Hello, this is Mr. Anama-Green. Uh, Today I'm presenting your instructions for Microsoft Touch Develop, Unit 1, Lesson 4. This is an outline of what you're going to be working on today. First of all, you're going to go back to the journal entry you wrote for the last lesson about your definition of fun. Next, you're going to view the Welcome to the Touch Develop software video. You'll get to play the Chase and Gather Pro game and do some observations with a friend. And then you'll do one other activity with Chase and Gather Pro. And lastly, we're going to talk a bit about how to post questions on the Holler. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do to get started today is take out the journal entry that you wrote for Lesson 3. And remember, for this journal entry, you were writing about your definition of fun. So I want you to take this journal entry, go back through it, review what you wrote, and talk about your definition of fun with a partner. Talk about your definition, their definition, and then I want you to think about whether or not your definition is going to change based on this discussion. Okay? If it does, I want you to make a few notes at the bottom of your journal entry. So go ahead and pause the video and work on this, and come back when you're finished. Okay. Next, I want you to watch this video. It's the Welcome to Touch Develop video, if you haven't already watched it. This is the link. It's aka.ms/Welcome to Touch Develop. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. This is the Welcome to Touch Develop video. You're going to need Office Mix to watch this, so make sure that the computer that you're watching it on has Office Mix installed. So as you watch the video, I want you to write down any questions that you might have about Touch Develop. Feel free to ask if you have any of these questions. If they're really technical questions, then you might want to post them to the Holler. And if you haven't done so yet, we'll talk about how to sign up for an account at the Holler in just a bit. So go ahead and pause this video and come back when you're finished. Okay, so the third thing that you're going to work on today is the Chase and Gather Pro game. So for this, you're going to need the following file. It's the Unit 1 Lesson 4 Activity 1 file. And I'll show you what that looks like. This is what that file looks like. At the top we have Analyzing Gameplay and Processes. So these are your instructions. You're going to go to this link, aka.ms/Chase Pro. And I want you to work with a partner on this. One of you will play the game at a time, and as one person plays the game, the other person will record the answers to these questions. So what's the goal of the game? How does scoring work? What's the role of the timer? When does the game end? How long does it take you to figure out the rules to the game? Are they easy to figure out? Are they challenging to figure out? Then we'll talk about pacing or speed, the challenge level of the game, strategies for increasing your score. And then we're going to go back to this idea of fun again. So think about, again, your definition of fun and whether or not any of these characteristics are in this game. Okay? And then stop here, and then you're going to switch. So whoever was doing the observation the first time is going to switch, and that person's going to get to play the game while the other person goes through and answers these questions. Okay? And when you've both finished, then you'll go on to the next task. So I'm going to show you what the Chase and Gather Pro link looks like. This is at the Touch Develop website. You're going to want to log in first. I've already logged in here. And then when you go to this link, just click Run. and I'll stop it there. So that's what the game looks like. And you're free later on after you've finished all of your work for this lesson. If you have some time left over, you're free to edit the Chase and Gather program if you'd like. And you can do that by clicking here to edit and touch develop. Okay. So go ahead and pause the video and work on this and come back when you're finished. Okay. So once you finish that, you're going to do the second part of the Chase and Gather Pro activity. So I want you to work with the same partner that you were working with before, and you're going to use the same document that you were using before. Remember where the document said stop? Okay. So now you can scroll beyond stop, and you can begin working on part 2, making connections to the code. Okay. So here the major task that you're going to work on is making some connections between the rules, goals, structure of the game and the code for the game. So if you scroll down a bit, you can see this is the code for Chase and Gather Pro. And you have some guiding questions here that you'll want to work on first. And after you've answered these questions, you'll be able to connect your answers to some of these questions to this code. And I'd like for you to work with a partner on this, and so you can help each other through this. This is similar to the activity that we did with the jetpack jumper tutorial, the jetpack jumper game. So this will just give you some more practice with that. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and come back when you're finished. Alright, so the fifth thing that you need to do today, if you have not yet created an account at theholler.org, you need to do that today. And as soon as you've created an account at the Holler, you need to join the Appalachian Technology Institute Holler. So I'll show you what the Holler page looks like. This is theholler.org. I'm already logged in. If you're not logged in, there will be an option here for you to create an account. You need to have a valid email address to create an account. You'll need to confirm your account. I suggest that you use your school email address because you won't be able to access many email addresses from school computers. So after you've signed up and logged into the Holler, go to Hollers. And then for me it's showing up first because I'm already a member of the Appalachian Technology Institute. So if you haven't joined this one yet, then you'll have a button here that instead of saying leave Holler, it will say join Holler. So you'll click on that and give it just a second. Sometimes it takes just a second to join. And no special approvals required or anything. Anyone can join this Holler. And so this is what the Holler looks like. These are pictures of some of my students working on Touch Develop today. Now, you can go to the forum if you have a question about anything related to Touch Develop. So in the forum, as you can see here, we've got Unit 1 Touch Develop. Feel free to post any of your questions here. If you'd like, you can also post an introduction just about yourself. I've had Jenkins students post just brief introductions about themselves, their names, grade levels, and their level of interest in Touch Develop and computer programming. Okay. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Also, if you have really technical questions, feel free to post them on theholler.org.